Gunfire erupts during an undercover operation in Prince William County. Coming up on DC News Now, what the task force was doing and how many people police say opened fire.
Quality and democracy are under assault.
The divided states of America. Why Republicans say President Biden's primetime speech is not uniting the political parties as he promised as a candidate. How the White House is pushing back. And for your Friday, for the last day of the week into the holiday weekend, we're tracking those temperatures bouncing back upper 80s, but still with that comfortable humidity out there. Yet another nice day. And as we look towards the weekend, a bit of a heat, or I should say a bit of a warm up, and then also some humidity too. I'll have more details of that holiday weekend forecast coming up.
And the clock is ticking. The unofficial end of summer just days away. How many Americans will be traveling over the weekend? What's the best and worst times to be on the road? We also have what you can expect at the gas pump as well. Your time right now on this Friday morning is 6 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Corey James.
Good morning. I'm Tanaya Wright. A lot of people have outdoor plans for this holiday weekend. We do want to get right to meteorologist Jackie Lair with a check on our Friday and holiday weekend forecast. Good morning. It feels pretty good out there so far. Good morning, Corey and Tanaya. Out there this morning, still comfortable, and we're seeing temperatures starting off into the mid-upper 50s for Winchester, Woodstock, and Luray. Elsewhere, most of us are starting off into the 60s, but D.C., we're coming in right at 70. It's upper or mid-upper 60s across southernmost parts of Maryland. The dew points are still comfortable. We're upper 50s to low 60s. This will likely just creep up just a little bit through the day today, but still comfortable with just a little bit higher than yesterday. High pressure is with us, and we are clear and quiet across our area for your Friday. As we get towards tomorrow, still dry. It's not until really Sunday that we see the potential for a few rain and thunderstorm chances moving back in. Visibility, though, has been reduced. We're down to about a mile in Kaiser and Woodstock. Elsewhere, we're seeing A-OK visibility as you're hitting the roads on this Friday morning commute. High temperatures today, mid to upper 80s. And as we look ahead towards that Labor Day weekend, a bit of a warm up Saturday and Sunday. Sunday likely the warmest out of that Labor Day weekend forecast. So again, it wouldn't be the unofficial end to the summer season without a little bit of that heat as well as that humidity. That certainly will notice the humidity on Labor Day Monday. Mid 80s for those highs with some scattered showers as a cold front stalls over the area. We're not tracking a washout by any means, but we just do have some shower and thunderstorm chances for your Labor Day weekend. I'll have more details coming up right now. I'll toss it over to Shanika with the very latest on traffic. How's it looking on this Friday morning?
Looking okay, Jackie, right now. So far, so good. You're looking at the Capitol Beltway in Northern Virginia, 66 and 95, where that meets. Over to Maryland, same thing. You're all very clear on that inner and outer loop stretch near 650 New Hampshire Avenue. So we have one issue. This is in Washington County, 81 headed southbound. Well, it looks like that issue is gone. So earlier you saw some congestion right before 40 National Pike, but now it is completely gone. So you're in good shape there as well. Frederick through Germantown, Gaithersburg, Rockville, and beyond to that Capitol Beltway, as we were just talking about, nothing. You are going very smoothly. 29, you're looking at 185, and Maryland 200. No complaints at all. Let's take a look at the rest of the roadway. 66, usually you're dealing with a work zone in Centerville. I don't think you're going to deal with that today. And then you're looking at that mixing bowl too. 95 through Woodbridge in Lorton. If you're headed out to the beach, you're looking okay as well. All right, over to you guys.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Breaking now, one person dead after a shooting in Southeast D.C.
Our Lex Juarez is live now to explain why the location is so troubling for police. Lex.
Well, the shooting happened on Mississippi Avenue, just down the street from an elementary school, and police say that a man was shot and killed. Now, police tell DC News Now that the shooting and violence broke out just before 7:30. It happened close to the Prince George's County border, right next to Malcolm X Elementary School. Officers responding to the scene found the man who had been shot unconscious and not breathing, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, just 4 hours before that shooting, Mayor Bowser's team announced another peace walk that will be happening this afternoon at 3 o'clock. The walk will start at North Capitol and O Streets and ending at 30 Peace Street with a pop-up resource fair. Now, this is the 4th week in a row that Mayor Bowser and her team have hosted a peace walk in the city. Community members have also hosted others during this time. But in that time period, DC police data shows that there have been about 60 shootings here in the city. For now, live in Washington, I'm Lex Juarez, DC News Now.
All right, Lex, thank you. Your time right now is 6:04. Developing now, an investigation underway in Prince William County after 4 officers from 2 departments shot 2 people during an undercover operation. This happened near Glove Court in Woodbridge last night. Police say there was an exchange of gunfire involving officers from Prince William County and Manassas City Police, along with 2 men who were suspects.
We have confirmed that at least 2 Prince William County officers and 2 Manassas City officers discharged their weapons during the course of this exchange of gunfire.
No officers were shot during the incident. The investigation is being conducted by the Northern Virginia Criminal Incident Response Team, which is made up of multiple police agencies that investigate shootings by officers. New this morning, Fairfax County Police made arrests in a Mount Vernon carjacking. 4 people were taken into custody. Police say officers stopped them in a stolen vehicle. Investigators say inside that car were 2 guns.
New this morning, Republicans push back, casting President Biden's primetime speech at odds with uniting the country. Now, these right here are tweets from 3 members of the GOP, each calling into question the tone of that speech. This morning, the White House says democracy is not a partisan or political issue. Our Washington correspondent Jesse Tenor explains the warnings of a democracy in peril.
Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represented extremism.
President Joe Biden gave a stark warning to voters ahead of the November elections, not only in a key battleground state, but in Philadelphia, where the founders signed the Declaration of Independence and wrote the Constitution.
Equality and democracy are under assault.
The president blamed Donald Trump and his allies for the recent threats against police officers, poll workers, and FBI agents, while he touted bipartisan wins in Congress on guns and infrastructure.
There are far more Americans from every background and belief who reject the extreme MAGA ideology than those that accept it.
But more than 74 million Americans voted for Trump in 2020, and some of his biggest supporters in Congress flipped the script on President Biden.
Joe Biden has launched an assault on the soul of America.
House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy argues the economy, immigration, crime, and education have only worsened under Democrats' control of the White House and Congress.
Millions of Americans are falling backwards into poverty.
McCarthy hopes to be Speaker next year and promises if Americans put Republicans in control of the House, they will pass legislation to give parents more control over schools and investigate government agencies like the Justice Department.
We will restore the soul of America.
In Washington, I'm Jesse Tenor.
All right, your time right now is 6:07. A Florida judge is waiting to make a ruling. It is the latest challenge from former President Donald Trump on the search of his Mar-a-Lago resort. The judge says her decision will come in the form of a written ruling. During yesterday's hearing, the judge questioned DOJ arguments that Trump could not make requests and that it would unnecessarily delay the investigation. However, Trump's lawyers say it is necessary to ensure an independent inspection of the seized documents. A date for the ruling has not been determined at this time.
Time right now is 6:08 on this Friday. How about a COVID-19 boost with a flu shot? This morning, Mayor Bowser is encouraging everyone to double up and get both vaccines. Starting next Wednesday, flu shots and COVID-19 boosters will be available at any of the city's COVID centers across all 8 wards. Flu shots are recommended for anyone 6 months and older. DC Health is urging people to stay up to date with their vaccines, saying it is the best protection this fall and winter.
And happening now, many Americans are preparing for a busy day of travels now that the final summer holiday is upon us. Shanika Grimshaw is back this morning. And Shanika, if anyone is planning that road trip for the long weekend, they can pretty much plan on being stuck on the road.
Yeah, that's right, Corey. Good morning. That's why I'm not going anywhere. According to Hopper, Labor Day traffic this weekend will return to pre-pandemic levels. So that means more people will be hitting the roads for one last summer trip to the beaches and beyond. In Maryland, if you're headed to Eastern Shore, the best times to travel are either this morning before 8 or tonight after 9. That's according to the Maryland Department of Transportation. If you are traveling in Virginia, VDOT has suspended most work zones on 95 South. You'll want to travel before 4 this afternoon, according to traffic analysts. The West Virginia Department of Transportation suggests leaving before noon if you are taking the West Virginia Turnpike. 400,000 vehicles are expected to pass through toll booths this weekend in the state. This morning, there's a relief at the pump. According to AAA, the national average for gas is sitting at $3.80 per gallon. In our area, you can expect to pay $3.70 a gallon in Maryland, even less in Virginia at $3.59 a gallon, and now $3.94 in the district. Analysts say there won't be as much travel as 4th of July or Memorial Day, and not as much traffic congestion on the roadways this time around. Back to you guys.